So in this video, we're going to talk about generally accepted accounting principles in short form, GAAP. So essentially, the lawyers have the law. That means that accountants have GAAP. GAAP is what governs accounting, and it is principles based. So there are rules and practices for the preparation of financial statements. There's 4 financial statements. That's the income statement, the statement of changes in equity, or the statement of retained earnings, depending on your situation or depending on the company. Then there is going to be the balance sheet. Then there's going to be the statement of cash flows. So even though GAAP is what governs accounting on a worldwide basis, there's actually 2 forms. Specifically in Canada, we have FASB, which is FASB stands for Accounting Standards for Private Enterprises. So essentially, this is GAAP. However, is much less severe because these are for private corporations. So essentially, the 3 forms of businesses. There's a sole proprietorship, there is the partnership, and then there's corporations. Sole proprietorship is one person runs it. Partnership is 2 or more people run it. A corporation is a special type of form of business where you're separating the owners from the actual business. So what that means is that a corporation in the court of law has the same legal rights as a human being. So the corporation could act upon itself. So when it comes to corporations, there's 2 types of corporations. There's private corporations and there's public corporations. So these big companies such as like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, they're all public corporations. That means that they're traded on the public stock markets. That means that they could issue shares to the public in order for cash flow to come in. So if you're a public corporation, you're governed by IFRS or in long form, International Financial Reporting Standards, or IFRS. So every company in the entire world that's public has to follow IFRS because we have a worldwide consistent standard. So IFRS is an extension of GAAP for public corporations. Whereas within Canada, for private corporations, you could use a less strict standard, which is that of FASB. So if you're a private corporation, you can either use IFRS or you can use FASB. So let's say hypothetically that in our water bottle business that we want to go public in 4 or 5 years from now. So it's best that we adopt IFRS right now. Even though IFRS is much more complicated, it's good that we adopt it right now because let's say hypothetically that we adopt FASB today. 5 years down the road, our business is growing a lot. We're like, you know what? Let's go public now. Let's do it. We need more money to keep expanding our business. However, for us to go public, by law, we're going to have to go back to our financial statements for the past 5 years and redo them in IFRS standards. So we're better off just sticking to IFRS from year 1 onwards. So once again, proprietorships and partnerships generally follow FASB for external reporting. External reporting is for outside users. So not required to follow any particular standards for internal use. So external reporting is we're issuing financial statements so people outside the organizations can make decisions. Now let's just say we're making specific statements for internal purposes. There's nothing that governs that. So once again, GAAP, which is the umbrella, and we have IFRS and FASB underneath it, govern just external reporting.